Welcome to the Rich Flow of Life podcast. Join Valerie Kanay, the award-winning authority author, as she takes you on a journey for your personal evolution. Valerie Kanay talks to enlightened featured guests who hold the keys to unlock your unique life situation. They each bring to the table their very powerful personal spin to inspire and empower you to learn to step up your game into the rich flow of life.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Valerie Kanay, and today our featured guest is Ruth Elisabeth, who I'm so proud, pleased, and honored to have joining us. Now get this is a little bit out there for us now. We're going to take things in a whole brand new direction. Ruth is the Diamond Matrix Master. Oh yeah, I said it. Diamond Matrix Master. I want to tell you a little bit about Ruth. She's a high spirit, and it was so paramount a part of her life while raising her 3 children. She was guided to Montessori and total education philosophies. But while being a parent, she started to receive all kind of integrated knowledge from all over the world, and she learned so many universal keys to deeply free herself and her family to the best so that they can become the world's best citizens. So after many years, Ruth has worked in the aged care and disability sector, and she became a professional trainer, assessor, and remote consultant with the emphasis on the recovery model and the mental health, as she knew the shift into this holistic and individualized care was much needed, and it was the right move to take and to make. So ultimately, she uses all the universal keys that she's learned through various mediums and modalities, and to share in the simplest of terms to children, individuals, families, communities, service, and governing agencies on a new communication, new communication style, where the outcome is complete self-autonomy and self-determination for those involved. So you see, Ruth is here today to enlighten us, to inform us, to open us up into a whole new realm and broaden our spectrum of awareness about the diamond energy, which is a bridge into a new way of holistically being with love, peace, harmony with all of nature and our environment. So welcome, Ruth, to our program.
Hi, Valerie. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
And we're excited to hear from you. So the Diamond Matrix and everything, this is such a phenomenal thing that we're having going here. And you know, there's a new start for everyone, no matter who or what your background is or who you are. So we want to hear from you about that.
Absolutely. And this is a new start for everyone, and that's the exciting part of it. So many people have been suffering all sorts of things. So they're kind of spiraling up or they're spiraling down at the moment. The last 3 years have been really dictative of the energies as to how we're going. And most people will be able to witness, there's barely a soul that doesn't say that they've had a difficult time, or separations of relationship. It might be from work, it might be geographical location. Everything is shifting. It's like everybody has a time and place and a time and space that they're meant to be in. And if they've been incorrectly positioned, these last 3 years have been sorting out all of that stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, and it is a new time for everyone. There's not one soul who's not being affected right now, because the consciousness of us all is being lifted so that we can be true to our soul journeys. So that which we've actually been, governed by or giving our power to others, all of that is being sorted so that we can come back into relationship with our higher sense of self, but at the same time create a life of opulence rather than struggle.
Okay, I get you. So I like this whole concept and philosophy that is a completely new communication style. The old mythology of the ways that how we were communicating with ourselves, there's a new rule book, right?
Absolutely. Excuse me. So we've actually had, we've got teachers of teachers who have been out for many, many years teaching certain styles and certain keys that have always worked and progressed. So if you did this plus this, you would get this result, and you could be absolutely trusting in that. But what I've got now is teachers and healers and, shamanic type people saying, I've thrown the book at this and I cannot make it shift. And there is a reason for that, okay? We are actually coming into a new time, which is the portal of the heart chakra. The heart chakra is actually opening. And what's happening is people are bumping on the ceilings of everything that they've been taught in the old system, and they're bumping their heads on the system, okay, and on the ceiling, but they cannot open their own heart chakras unless they're actually understanding of the new vibrational system that's built within their body. And so much has to actually shift right now. Vibrationally, we are coming into a new dimension. So a lot of people talk about going from the third to the fifth, etc. And there's a lot that people don't understand on that, and that's why we teach on it so progressively and thoroughly, is that people can understand that, no matter the hardship that they're in at the moment, it is actually reason for it, is that, and they're not alone, they're actually with everybody else. Everybody is actually feeling
Ruth, I like that. So don't skim over that so fast. So people are in these hardships, they're going through this suffering, they're going through all these trials and tribulations. And you said something really key there, you're not alone. You're in great company. And so what I like about what you teaching and what you're consulting is that there's a new rule book. So that's a good thing for folks to know, because what you have known and what you tried and what you've done before, it doesn't work. So now you got to be open to make those, like you say, shifts. And shifts just mean changes.
That is right. So the soul of each individual right now is ready to bridge themselves into a new space, which is heart-centered living. And it's coming out of a system of what's called dualities. So, when we've got judgments against another or judgments against ourselves, when we put under scrutiny and we scrutinize ourselves, we're actually holding ourselves in enmity to something else. And when you've got that sort of duality going on, you can't actually harmonize the energies. And so the new rules, the universal laws are actually saying, do not judge, okay, do not create, because we do believe in the new quantum laws and how it's always been, we're just coming back into an understanding of what's always been, okay, with the universal principles. This is the way it is. And because modern society hasn't been taught this as such and has belonged to old sciences and things like that, we're actually proving a new way of understanding. And there's a lot of teaching on that. But what I want to bring back to the individual soul, the individual who is actually living their experiences, is that they are awakening, that they are perfectly on track within their awakening and that they can't escape the awakening, and yet it's going offered to them along the way as soon as they're ready. So when we work with people, we're actually finding that soul is so incredibly ready. They've gone through all of this hardship, they've learnt so much, they've brought themselves to the farthest point that they can, and then the spiritual source actually brings them into the opening of the heart. And that is just a magnificent leap when you're actually involved with working with a soul who has been so honourable. And, I really do honour each one of these souls because they are incredible. The ones I get to work with, I'm just so privileged to actually work with them.
Absolutely. So it's the heart that we're talking about. Everything is centered from the heart.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. The heart center, most people don't understand how their light body works.
Yeah.
Okay, so their entire vibrational system is made up of 4 bodies, okay? And so it's the emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical bodies. And if you have something out of alignment, out of whack in any particular one of those areas, it actually overflows into one of the other vibrational bodies. And that's why people become very unwell physically or mentally, emotionally, whatever. So all of that has to be aligned. And because people don't recognize or understand how their vibrational bodies work, and those 4 bodies in particular, we give the outline. And with the light body that I was speaking to before, the heart center within us actually has the capacity to neutralize negative energy. It's an amazing mechanism which actually neutralizes blocked emotion, blocked energy, psyche. So we actually teach people how their chakra systems actually work and how you can stand in self-mastery once you have that understanding. Because the truth is you can actually live your life out of the little alter ego that we've
come to know so well and operate in 24/7.
That's it. But when we actually come up into the 4-body wellness understandings, we actually come into a self-mastery, and that's when we actually do align and attune each soul with their divine presence. And we actually introduce them to their own board of directors, which is an incredible process. And that's where they can start sourcing their own information for their own lives instead of being governed by some outside source.
I got you. So now, Ruth, all this sounds so great and dandy. I'm intrigued by all that you're teaching, training about this. So what about for the folks that say, well, all this sounds fine and dandy, but I'm this sort of religion. I'm that kind of religion, and I practice my religion. How does this go against anybody's religion, or how does this work out in conjunction with your teachings of religion? How does that impact these kind of people?
The beautiful thing about religion, so I've come through from a very strong Christian perspective. So I've initiated through those processes and did come out the other side of Christianity. So it's not that I don't believe in Christianity. I believe in the expanded version of a Christ-centered lifestyle. It's life-based. It's based in a resurrection and ascension type teaching, which means that essence that is within us is so pure and perfect that it can transform anything that we intend or imprint it with. So, all religions right now have all of the truths involved, and we all need each other to bring the full truths to the table. But with religion as such, people are getting very stuck because if it's translated into a sense of failure or being separated from source or whatever, that is an incorrect position of what source or God is all about. The divine only wants to expand in our lives, and if we are not willing to expand, that's where this type of angst comes from, because we're not growing with source. It's all about expansion. This time is about expansion, and if you sit in inertia, then you will suffer.
That's right. You will suffer, and that's what the Rich Flow of Life podcast is all about, evolving, taking people from where they are to the more expanded height of where they can potentially go, and they should be in life, because that's what it's all about. And I like that you say it's fundamentally through going through the heart center of the body and expanding the light from there. So that's really great teachings there. So your job is to definitely train and attune souls to the new way of living. When we say something like that, that's a heavy duty statement. So just dive into that a bit deeper. Go in a little bit deeper. When you are tuning the souls to a new way of living, what does that mean exactly?
Well, we teach people how to use their intuition. It's sort of like, first and foremost, you have to take off all the false teaching and doctrines that have surrounded their life. And we can do that. I actually do this model because it's called Don't Play the Game, and works with your mental and emotional
Don't play
bodies.
the game.
Yeah. So once you actually look at this system that we live in as a game, and you can even teach children this, it's like, oh, I'm just playing a game. So suddenly my mental and emotional issues don't have to be so dramatized, and all that pain that comes with that. If you can actually see the construct of the system and you go, hey, I'm a victim, I'm an intimidator, I'm this or that, and see how the game works and how it's infused through everything, you can step back and actually not play it at all. Once people have that, they actually remove something between 70 and 90% after that session alone of drama and cause and effect that's going on in their lives that causes difficulty. So there's so much with this teaching. Then what we're doing is we're introducing that self-mastery. So the first part of what we do is the light body and diamond coaching, which means we set up their vibrational body, train how their actual system works and how to bring through self-mastery. And once they stand in self-mastery, then whatever they look upon is new and fresh, and it's in this moment without the clouding of former pretexts.
That's awesome, because what better way to live out your life to see things from a whole new perspective and to be able to see things with a total new fresh clarity. I like that. So tell us, I guess, about the 4-Body Wellness Program and the Diamond Matrix Masters Program.
Absolutely. We've got many things going on our website, so you can go to ruthelisabethconsulting.com and go out and have a look and see what I do. But when you go into the life coaching, transformational life coaching side of it, it's got Diamond Matrix Masters and all the programs there. Again, the 4-Body Wellness program came to me over many years of guidance, and pennies dropped as actual information, and wisdom came through. And every time it was applied to my life and then to others, it has this amazing ability to transform. So the 4-Body Wellness, it was funny because I was doing Diamond Reconnection on a client once, and while I was just sort of out, there's no diagnosis within that. It's just amazing the way it opens the heart chakra. But while I was doing it, I'm going, why am I still, doing massage? Because I've got a sports therapy background as well, and it's doing, still that physical side of it. Why aren't we, if we're coming into the 5th, bypassing that and just doing energy work to bring healing to people and alignments? And it just came straight through from source. It was like, because there's 4 major bodies, okay? So it is mental, it is the emotional body, it is the spiritual body, and it is the physical body. That we just don't understand how our systems work. Okay.
So it is a whole new system.
Well, the understanding is new, but of course it's been ancient. When you have a body, and the first thing I say to a person is, if your soul left you today, what would your body do? If soul pops out at the top of your head, your body's going to collapse on the floor. So most people don't think of that. They think they're a body walking around on this earth, but they don't understand that they're actually an electrical system, that they're an energetic system. So we really start from scratch, teaching people how it is that how they are, how the chakra system. So I don't go into great detail. I don't teach a full science of anything. I actually show them a construct. And I love the don't play the game, because I always call it a construct on an A4 piece of paper, but it's just brilliant because it shows you all of the dimensions. It shows you how your system works. It shows you how the world works. It shows you who you actually are. From that point in time, you can just run and make a decision for yourself. So it's all about self-governance. When you understand the 4-Body Wellness program and how your bodies actually work, you can then take back your self-governance. And that's what we're wanting people to do, is take responsibility for their own lives, their own decision-making processes, get rid of all the blame and guilt. And it's very, very simple. And so you can do it in a split second, make a decision in a split second. No, it's this, it's not that. In a split second. So when people are actually being able to then come into their own intuition, into their own dreaming, the new destiny is here for 2016. Anything can happen. So we're actually trying to bring people to an understanding, that old way is finished. What you thought you were as that alter ego.
Right.
We're coming into the divine state of being right now. We've got access to everything. Expand.
Because everybody truly is divine. Is that, you know what I mean? And when you get in touch with that, then it's really something really incredibly phenomenal. And it's one of the type of things, Ruth, that you've really stepped up to the plate and to the bat to go ahead and, hit a home run, because how many people would not be willing to bring themselves forward with this type of information, So to put yourself out there on the front line and be willing to share what you've learned and what you've gained over the years through personal trauma, and come out to triumph on the other side, I think is incredible. So kudos to you. So now, so we're going to wrap it up as our time has come to the end for this program. So now that you shared pretty much in great detail about what you offer and what you know, and a person can get a sense if it's for them, and if it's not, that's fine and dandy too, because everything in life is not for everybody. So if this is something for you and you know it is, tell them, Ruth, what is the first move they need to make to get in touch with you and get on board to have take in your services that you offer.
Absolutely. So I'm just excited to work with that next soul that is ready to cross over into the diamond energy and start working from the heart. Okay, that soul is prepared and ready to make the shift and really looking forward to it. So there's absolutely people out there that are excited to make the shift and to have more conscious understanding. So we're actually offering 2 sessions with myself personally And the first one will be the Diamond Light Body and Coaching, which is about 3 hours of work. But it's the most amazing program ever. And people are just stunned by the effects that they feel, by the alignments, by the parts of themselves that they've never met before. And like I said, they actually meet their new board of directors in it. And then we get rid of all that pained inner child stuff. But so we do lots of different things within that program. It's the most amazing 3 hours and it's so transformational. The second one is the Don't Play the Game that I was talking about. So in actual fact, you'll be working on at least 3 of the bodies of the Diamond Matrix Masters program. So Don't Play the Game is that construct that I was telling you about. So you're looking at probably up to 6 hours of amazing teaching that will actually transform a person's life for about $240. You can go back to the website, Ruth Elisabeth Consulting, and go out to the coaching tab and have a look at our programs there. And just, can find our email and contact information there.
All right, very cool. So, Ruth, I don't take lightly. You took the time out to share with us all this amazing content. And so as everything has winded down in totality, I think everybody have enough information to make their own decision. So on that note, I want to say that I do love you dearly and thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much, Val. It's been an absolute wonder to be here. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
You have been listening to the Rich Flow of Life podcast with host Valerie Kanay. We're most appreciative you took the time to be with us, and thank you. For more action, go subscribe to Valerie Kanay Talks YouTube channel and like us on Facebook at Valerie Kanay Talks and follow us on Twitter at Valerie Kanay. Until next time, we love ya.